Hey folks, welcome back to Pine Badger Outdoors. Today, it's another rainy one. So we're going to set up here in the pines, set our little iron wall up again, with the little stove. It's a cold fall rain today. So we're between showers, just clearing out the ground. And yeah, so I hope you got nothing to do for a little while and stay tuned to the little channel. Thanks a lot for your time, guys. So see guys, even if you're not running the most expensive tents, the key is to keep the ground clean. And this is the old thrasher, guys, and you can see what I do with it. And sheet is sharper than the day I bought it. I don't know how. So I'm going around getting all these red bushes. Even though I do put a mat in underneath the vaults or the bedroom floor. This is just an old thing, but it's a good habit. So yeah, we're supposed to be getting some all-night rain, guys. Tail end of Hurricane Dorian, and people along the coast of Canada got it really, really bad. So I think we're just going to get some rain out of the deal. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So that's the ground prepared. There's a couple of things I brought with me today. And just had a little technical difficulties here, guys. So yeah, we just got a saw and some water. Got our little stove and our other backpack over there. So we'll bring you back when we're more set up and get into our first coffee. Thanks a lot, guys. Well, guys, we got ourselves a nice little camp set up here. Hidden away. And backwoodsy trail. And I got a surprise text from my brother Mo. So he's going to come down and have a coffee with me. So I roared up the fire and I'm going to make a little poncho shelter here for us to sit under. So maybe stay tuned, guys. Well, guys, get the first burn of the day going on. Just heating up some water. Get us a coffee going. So burning cubes. So yeah. just getting some water going. And we got our camp all set up. Now today, I will admit I brought something I don't usually bring, guys. I brought that little cot. Now I've had that cot a long time. And I will admit, you can see there's a couple spots on it where it got a little bit wet. Because it is kind of a frig to set it up, but it makes a pretty nice bed. So we're tucked away pretty good here. Got us a nice little fire going. Rain times, at times it's raining pretty good. But we stayed dry. Like I said, I love these little teepee tents for that. You can just put your gear in here and get some wood. I use that old Marting top cover. My rain jacket. My food. I brought a ramen bowl and some Cliff Bars. And there's a little tuna and crackers in there too, I think. So yeah, we are just going to get us a little coffee. Oh yeah, it's coming good, guys. I was going to put on the canister stove, but then I thought, well, might as well just put a spot and get my little orange pad. You can see I shortened the pipe here. And I tried this, I was thinking about this before, on my last camp. This is a little spot in here, guys, that it's a little lantern. I'm just debating rather I should run a small ridge line over top of the tent and put my poncho. But I'm thinking today, whenever I leave camp, which I never leave for long, but I do have to go find some kindling. I got some good dry wood, or good dried wood, because you can see here, guys, wherever I camp, like I told you guys before, see these little piles? And I cover them and I process them when the weather's good, and then that gives me a jump for a last minute camp. So anyways, yeah, this has been relaxing today, guys. I just, taking my time. I keep checking my pigs here, because they do seem to come undone a little bit. But this tent here always does have a little bit of a wonkier shape, but I think it's because of the half mesh liner. Oh, you'll have to forgive me, guys. Bending down and going under the guy wires here. But I'd like to give a special shout out to a couple of my subscribers. And they've helped out the channel. With support of above and beyond. And they really helped me out, rather. I don't think they realized how much they helped me out, but I'd like to give a special shout out, guys, to Tracy and Linda. And we're just going to leave it at that because I know they don't want, you know, any big deal of it. But it was a big deal for the badger. It helps. So, with that being said, cheers, guys. Thank you very much for the support. Something about the first coffee of the day. Tastes so good, and I don't know why. But anyways, we're going to go get some kindling later. That's on the agenda. And I might bring you back, guys, bring you guys back when I make my little bowl, which you've seen a million times on YouTube, but hey, you've never really seen the badger do it too many times. So anyway, guys, thanks a lot, and special thanks to Tracy and Linda. Thank you guys so much. Today was quite a bit easier. Thanks, guys. Okay, guys. I just put this up about 20 minutes ago. And it doesn't cover the tent, you can see. But it does cover us here. The smoke, guys. Right behind your head. And I'm not crazy, guys. I am not talking to myself. Oh yeah. Good, my brother Mo. Come out for a visit. So he's out here, and believe it or not, he hiked out on foot. So that took a good 40 minutes. And he did make it before the rain. So I just set up this little makeshift poncho type, but it is amazing what you can do with a poncho, guys. Because the two of us are sitting under it and we're dry. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Coffee in the rain, yeah, with the badger. Good times, brother. Yeah, look at that rain, guys. Oh, yeah. That's the kind of thing 10,000 hit videos are made from, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, guys, this is it. We got a super nice fire in the tent. And wow, what a nice rain. Well, I mean, it's a nice rain because we're under a tarp here, but we're staying dry. Tent's all set up. Draft is closed, thank God. I did close the draft before I left. And we just put a knot in the neck, and that's the little light right there that Morris gave me. And that's a dollar store light, guys. It was. It's too bright, eh, Mo? That light was $3.25 because I saw some like it, but I didn't buy a replacement because, well, Mo gave me that one last year. Ooh, look at this rain, guys. Mo gave me that light last year, and I swear to God, it sat out in the badger den, which is the 10-man bell tent, all winter long. And Mo, can you just hold that camera for me? I'm going to put this on just because it's draped over my chair. So forgive me for the noise, guys. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, we gotta go have a little shot of Jaeger here in a bit. And I'm going to tell you something, guys. I'm not sponsored by One Tigress in any way. But I have a smoky hut, and I have this iron wall right here. And this isn't the first rain like this we've had them out in. And those things are tanks. I mean, these things are crazy in the rain. So yeah. Oh, holy guys. So we were just going to go, and we were going to go get some kindling for later. Mo's not staying, but I was just going to go get some kindling for later. And then this blew in because the sun was out. Like, I took my rain pants off, and it was really warm. So yeah, I'm glad I set up that little poncho. That worked out pretty good for us. So I guess what we're going to do for right now is we're just going to stay put and enjoy our coffee. Stay cozy in the rain. Those little tents they take the rain like crazy. I've never had one leak on me. I should shut up though.
Look at the repellent, it comes right off.
Yeah, it does. It comes right off. The only way you get rain is if it comes in underneath. Like, yes sir, this is the end of Fiona. Is that the name of it, Mo? Fiona? We did have a rain warning though on the Weather Channel. That's why, another reason why I came today. But yeah. Oh, it's a nice feeling knowing that I got the wood in the tent, and fire's going. It's probably 155 degrees in there. We're nice and dry. Unexpected visitor. That is just crazy when you have an unexpected visitor. So, y'all want camping videos in the rain? Why do I camp in the rain? Why do I camp in the snow and the freezing temperatures? Ah, hell. I do it so you don't have to. Nah, just joking, but this is cool. I am getting a little bit wet, but it's only because of the splashback off of the tarp here. It's crazy. It's just crazy. So yeah. This is amazing. And once again, we beat the rain, so that helps when you beat the rain, you know. can get ahead of the rain. Only had a couple sprinkles this morning, so that wasn't too bad. Got everything set up. The last thing was this, and I'm freaking glad I did it. Oh, I hope it rains like this all night.
Cozy.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, I guess that's about it for now. We're just going to sit here and enjoy this rain and relax because, well, what else do we got to do? Oh, Jesus, guys, I'm glad it rained. I mean it, because I was telling Mo, I said, I came out today and I was all, you know, I will admit, I like playing in the rain, guys. I do. I have ever since I was a kid. And oddly enough, YouTube-wise, it seems like the videos that I do in the rain, or, you know, maybe out in a snowstorm, those ones seem to do better view-wise than just a regular camp. And I understand that because I watch a lot of rain videos myself. There's something about being out here and just, you know, getting ahead of it. If you can get ahead of it, it's so nice. And once again, I'll emphasize one more time, this is just me, and I don't mean because it's a One Tigress tent, but any teepee style tent like this one. That's warm. That's how warm it is. That's warm. But anyway, any teepee style tent like this right here, guys, is just basically a tarp. And when you spread it out on the ground and you peg it out, your pole is in. It's less than 11 minutes if you're slow. And then you can put your gear inside. Because I own a little dome tent, my ionosphere, but I would never bring it in the rain unless I set a tarp up first. Because by the time I set the tent up, it's soaking wet inside by the time I put the fly on the top. So, you know what I mean? I like to go to bed dry. Just a simple must. Anyways, that's just my rant. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the little shower. And we're just going to sit here and enjoy our coffee and chat a bit. Yep. Fiona, meet the pine badger. I shouldn't say that. Fiona might kick my ass in the middle of the night. But in my defense, the trees...
Look at the steam come off the tent.
Yeah, she's drying out real quick. In my defense, these trees are small, so that's a good thing. Because in here, if the wind does blow, like it'll blow here too, but there's no widowmakers, there's no dead wood. So these little buggers here, these ones will bend actually. Whereas the big old buggers, if you're in the actual forest, well, those ones will break. So yeah, the rain has slowed down, guys. But anyways, you got the best part of the rain. So I will check back with you guys in a bit. Later, guys. Thanks for tagging along. Well, guys, it's 6:30. And Mo left about 15 minutes ago. So I thought I would just come in here and enjoy the heat. It is so dry in here. It's nice. I love these little tents, guys, these little teepee style. I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if all brands are the same, but I know these little One Tigress ones are really good. I have both of them. I have the Smoky Hut and the Iron Wall. I bought the Iron Wall for the Smoky Hut first, and I will admit, if I would have knew, I would have just bought this one, the Iron Wall, because it comes with this half mesh liner that I use a lot. This'll get cozy, eh? Got a little cot to lay on, and I got my little air mat inside my sleeping bag. And I'm just drying out some clothes. I'm going to hang these pants up when I get done video, and they'll dry out pretty quick. I'm just burning some wood slowly. It's starting to rain. According to the forecast, it's supposed to rain all night and then clear up in the morning. So I'm looking to pull camp early in the morning. So I don't know how much videoing I'll do. I may do some if it rains heavy through the night, but in the morning I may just, do my little regular, this is, show you guys the site after. You can see there's lots of room in this iron wall. Yeah, so yeah. The Smoky Hut is a great tent, don't get me wrong. It really, really is. But the thing is with the Smoky Hut is the liner that goes inside is full. So you can't use the stove. So the Smoky Hut, I paid an extra, it was quite a bit just to get the liner, but I didn't know what I was doing because I wouldn't have bought the liner. I would have just bought the tent itself because that's the one I use for an actual hot tent in the wintertime because I don't use a floor. But spring and fall, late fall, I always use this one because I love having the little floor here. So yeah, we're looking for a pretty cozy one, I'm hoping. It's warm in here, nice and warm. Weather forecast says around 7 o'clock it's supposed to start raining, so we'll see what happens there. Here's my coffee. Can't lose the coffee. Fire cubes. So yeah, guys, I think I'm just going to lay here and dry off my pants a little bit. And stare at that a little while. What a peaceful night it is. Nice and relaxing, just the way we like it. Just the way we like it. So anyway, guys, I will touch back with you guys in a bit later on tonight, or potentially in the morning. It was nice to see Mo. Visits like that are so unexpected. You just, maybe I'll come visit you. Right on, brother. So that was nice of Mo. And I had a really, really good supper. I had a ramen bowl. It was a big bowl too, beef. And I had some trail mix that I bought in a big bulk bag that I broke down in some smaller bags. You guys listen, you can start to hear the rain. It is a pain in the butt. Having the, trying to install the cot. It wouldn't be too bad in the wintertime, I think, because like really in the wintertime, as long as you did it outside, you could just like brush it off and it would be fine. I think. So yeah, I'm hoping we got enough wood. I don't know. I don't think I'll have to fire all night. It's just going to be a little here and a little there. That's what I think. So you guys can kind of hear in the distance the side-by-sides and stuff because, you know, we're not too far off of the main trail. But it should be, if it's an all-night rain, it should be a pretty quiet night. That usually discourages most people from getting out and around, which is no big deal. I mean, it's everybody's right to get out and around. But anyway, guys, I will touch base back with you guys in a little bit. Later, guys. It's raining now, guys, at times. Well, the Weather Network did say around 7. 3 minutes after. Probably get up later and find my toque. I'm not 100% sure. I need to sleep with that on. Usually I sleep with that. Keeps my head warm. Not that it's super cold, but keeps me from waking up, you know. So I just lay in here. Drying my pants. Listening to the rain. Friggin' relaxing, guys. Cozy, man. This cozy tent, warm, dry. That's what it's all about, I guess. The hot tent thing is kind of easy this time of the year because you don't need to fire heavy. Once you get it going good, my wood wasn't super dry, but it's enough to give me some good heat. So anyway, guys, I just want to touch base with you and relax. Well, guys, we're having our morning coffee. Top of the morning to you folks. Get a coffee into me. And then I'll pack up our little camp. I had to put in the last few pieces of wood that I had left. So I just wanted to burn them, and we had a nice quiet night. We had some rain. You guys saw that before I fell asleep. I did get a little bit cool last night. Not terrible, but I did light the fire once last night just because I got a little bit cool. Not cold, though. Usually this little 0 degree is pretty good, but I think what it was last night is I couldn't get the, I don't know what you call it, it's got a drawstring inside and it draws you closed right in here. So halfway through the night, because I've been putting a little orange air mattress inside of it. It helps keep, well, in place better, and I slept good because of the cot. And this is the go bag, guys. You've seen this before. I actually did a little video on it. And I wanted to just show you. The other day I was going through it, because believe it or not, I'm just looking for a Band-Aid. Usually a Band-Aid I keep, in the cupboard. A few loose ones just to grab quick. But anyways, because I was going through this thing, this is just the name of this kind, but this is just an antiseptic spray, first aid spray. And mine had run out over a year ago, the one that I was using in here. And I burned myself a lot on the little stove. That's why I carry this bottle. So the point of my little story is if you do carry like a go bag or something like that, if there's things that can expire in it, check up on it once in a while. Because mine was well over a year, and well, this isn't something that I just leave on the cupboard. I mean, this is with me all the time. I mean, I've even got, if I want to clean my dishes, a little dollar store pad, and I just cut a piece of it. And it's good for when I can't buy water sometimes. I don't cook much, you know that, guys, but the few times I do, well, in that little bottle of soap in my go bag, it doubles for both, really, because it's a biodegradable soap. And I carry some little zip ties. These little buggers are handy. You just never know. But yeah, we had a nice quiet night. And I'm just gonna I sanded my little plate in the back of my stove. This little draft plate that sticks out. And I took a little flat file and I filed the titanium pipe, and it has been working a lot better, but I ordered a new one anyway with the actual damper in it. Oh. And a little mason jar full of my coffee. This is this bag for my windscreen here. That's for my little stove, but I tend to use it in the hot tent instead of for the canister stove. I tend to use it in here as a guard for my half mesh. So yeah, I put all my little things in here. My sugar. I have my coffee in the wrong one, guys. 2 black bags. Whew. Nice quiet night. A little rain here and there. I don't know if I showed you these. These are by the company SOL. They make a little line of safety or survival gear at Walmart. Now, I don't know how good it is, so I'm not going to vouch for any of that kind of gear, but these little packets right here, there's like a gel cube in here. And I think they'd almost ignite with a spark, because a lighter, it's almost dangerous lighting these with a lighter. Like, you got to open them right here, just like a pack of sweet and sour sauce or something. You open them and then they're like a gel. They feel like gel, but as soon as you hit the lighter, it's a blue flame, so it's kind of dangerous. You don't see it. So, but they work good. They don't last long. There's 12 of them in a pack, but they're a high heat. I mean, what heat you get for 3 or 4 minutes, whatever it is, it's high heat. Like, it's a lot of it. Whereas the dollar store cubes that I was using, those are just slow and steady. Like, they light pretty easy if they're not wet. I think that's the advantage to these. I keep this little pack here. I think there's 3 left in here, right in with my stove. But I carry a pack in my ruck anyway. I bought 6 more last time I went to Walmart. Really hard out here to get good wood, guys. I mean, that burns and it kept me warm, but you know, if it was January, you'd be hard pressed. You'd have to be on it like a lot. But that's why I'm trying to get enough wood ahead with my little, you guys watch my video getting ready for freeze up where I'm cutting the winter's wood. I save these little, we call them nubbins, because they're not 16 inches, sometimes they're not even 10. I don't like putting them in my pile. I do sometimes, but I try rule of thumb not to, because the thing is with those is they mess up your pile. They you know, you're piling like 16 inch and then you got a little, and anyways, so what I do, I set them aside and I try to split them down pretty good, and I use them for our little camps here. See, those are 2 of mine, but you can see those are ones we cut this year. Now, I haven't always done it this way. I just do it till when I get a load of wood, when I get a load of slasher ends. I'll get some, and I make them, and then I put them underneath the 5th wheel of the camper. And I try to let them season, dry. And I don't know why I do it, but every time in the morning it's the same song and dance. But I like sitting around the stove. That's what it is. And this here, not this one in general. This one in general is an Amacool, it's called. Now, I don't know if I ever showed you guys this before, but my wife bought me this not last Christmas, the Christmas before. That's when I really get into, I got this from my daughters. And, you know, I started buying some lighter weight gear myself, like for this kind of camp, and the lighter weight backpack and stuff. And she bought me this for Christmas that same year, and it comes with a hook. And it swivels. And this is one of the strongest little fans I've ever seen. I don't know, it's a USB rechargeable, and it come off Amazon. And it's got 3 speeds. This thing is crazy strong. I don't know where it gets its power, but like even at this distance here, it's a good, that's on there's 3 speeds. But the cool part is look at this. There's 3. Now, those are all LEDs, and there's 3 brightnesses. I have run it on low on the fan and low on the light, and I hang it from up here, or even the higher one in the very, very winter time, and I'll angle it in at where I sleep, just to circulate air, because that's the key. Everybody says about these little single wall tents having we'll leave that on for effect, having condensation. Well, guys, I didn't do a thing to this tent. I know it's a hot tent and everything like that, but I only lit this fire this morning. I let it out all night. And I don't have condensation, and I'm sure it's because of this little bugger right here. And on the lowest setting, it'll do 12 hours. It'll run 12 hours straight, and I bring my battery packs for my camera anyway. So I've always got something to charge it with. So yeah, that's that. So guys, it was a good trip, nice and quiet. It was a weird trip in the way of the weather, because when my buddy Mo came down, we walked him in. He texted me, and I walked out to meet him. And we got back in, and I had the little poncho set up, tarp. And we no sooner get in there, we were going to go out for some kindling. We sat in there, probably had a little half-hour, 40-minute visit, and then you guys seen the rain. When I videoed the rain yesterday, it was just crazy. It came in, and it did that a few times last night. I didn't video it because, well, everything is so dark in here. I thought I got you guys enough rain footage. It's like I said, guys, I don't really know how long my videos are, going to be. I'm sure there's people out there that plan those things. Well, the old badger's just not one. I do see some people that say when they camp, they got to go to work that morning. Well, I will tip my hat to them, because I start at 5:30 in the morning and I work till 6 at night for the most part. Sometimes I do leave at 5:45, but it's not the kind of job or hours where a person could, or not me at least, get up and go to work for 12 hours. I soon got to get going though. It's pushing 9 o'clock. I want to be home by 10:30 or so. 11, because I don't know. One of my buddies is going to text me if I need to go help him move today. It's our last day off. He's on my shift. So, go see if I can give little Joe a hand if he needs me. He already knew the drill. If it was raining, the old badger'd be out in the woods. I will admit on YouTube, guys, I get better numbers with my little rain videos and things. And I like to watch rain videos. I'm obsessed with them. So I figure there must be a lot of people like me. And I've always liked playing in the rain, so that helps. The old thrasher, guys. Crazy. I've never sharpened that once. And we're between season here, so it's not varmint season because it's just after moose season. And there's a little bit of time where there's no season. It's a little in between. The next thing will start will be bird season there next week. I mean, that's why you don't see the little badger in this video, guys. There is no little badger. There's a thrasher asleep dead beside my bed. Not that I've needed it. But anyway, guys, I've been rambling enough this morning, taking up about enough of your time. But I do appreciate it. No rain this morning, you can see. Now, I don't think the sun is out either. And I was just a little bit chilly when I woke up. So, I said to myself, Badger? That's what I call myself. Badger, you got 3 pieces of wood. Build a village. No. No. I remember one of my buddies did give me quite a compliment years ago, though I don't think he knew he did. But he did. Because I was always doing craziness like this. Like years ago, me and my buddy, a couple of my buddies, we built this great big teepee in the woods. And I mean, it was big. It was like 22 or 26 at the pitch. We had a wood stove in there. I wish I would have videoed back then the building of it. I mean, I see outdoor shelters. Well, it was an outdoor shelter. But it was in one of the most hellish places we could have ever put it. That's probably why a lot of people said they knew where it was, but it never did get vandalized, so I'm thinking nobody knew where it was. It was on the top of a mountain. And if any of you folks out there are familiar with cutting wood off a mountain, well, it goes in a series of switchbacks up the mountain. And that's how the trail goes in the road. Well, this trail's grown in, but still, if you guys know snowmobiles a little bit, we had a Tundra back then, one of the older Tundras. And even with that Tundra, we had to snowshoe it, the trail the day before, to get up the switchbacks. But that would have been a frickin' good video. Well, actually, that would have been a series of videos because that took some time to build. And I wasn't alone on that mission. But one of my buddies gave me a great compliment years ago when we were doing that teepee. We used to make little pictures and stuff and show people. And he told me one day, he says, give you some rope and an axe, and he said you'd build a village. And he was just joking, but it made me feel pretty good. You know, it's like the old saying goes, guys. 99% of jokes is truth. There's truth into it somewhere. Especially like a little one-liner joke. Maybe not 99, but it's probably pretty high. So yeah, I made this video a little clip of the area when we're done. So last night I had the iron wall. And I don't want you guys to ever get spooked if you get one of these iron walls or smoky huts and you see one of those right here. The dreaded burn mark. I don't know if it's a burn mark, but I think it is. Anyways, you should see this winter or late fall when I bring out the smoky hut to use. Because that's my main little vein. In the wintertime, I just use that. I don't use nothing else. You should see the burn marks in that, like holes. And I swear to you guys, for as much as that rained last night, it doesn't. I don't know how. I don't know. But those little holes, they don't seem to leak. Then the smoky hut's got a few. And I've had that in some, like, sometimes up here in the wintertime we get these really weird weather where, well, my dad used to call it when he was alive. He used to call it like a January thaw. So basically what would happen is the temperature would go up and you'd get these nor'easters, it's called. So the wind is coming out of the northeast. And if it's going to snow, it comes down in rain. Well, believe it or not, guys, my little grandson Axel, Mike Ranger, the little blonde-haired fellow you've seen in my videos, he was 2 years old. And that was his first ever hot tent camp. And it was in January, and he was with his grandpa. And I had an old Polaris Indy. That blew up since, but I had an old Polaris Indy that ran so well for me for 6 years. I took him up, and I remember walking him down the trail. And I'd filmed later in years, I filmed the high wind camp up in that very, very location. And I remember walking him down the snow because it was raining, and he had his little rain gear on, and he seen the hot tent there, and the smoke was coming out of the tent.
He thought that was the coolest thing he ever seen, and he was only 2, so to say the least, he could walk around this whole tent because this wasn't in it. I had the smoky hut. It's confusing. The iron wall's got this. And we had our beds made out. I had it all made, and I had lots of wood up there. I had brought those fiber bricks, I call them, logs. Those burn good in here, guys, but they will gum this system up. Like when you roll your flue pipe, you'll see what it really does. And when they're dead, they're dead. They're just powder. This was still warm from last night. People say like titanium doesn't keep the heat or whatever. Maybe titanium doesn't, but when you're burning hardwood and hardwood coals do. Because this morning I raked it and there was orange in there. And it was about 4 hours at least. 4 to 5. Oh yes, at least that. So I'll get back on track, guys. I'm going to let this fire burn out. And before I leave, I may or may not bring the little camera out and just let you guys, check the site. Just to show you guys everything's clean. And don't forget, guys, if you like my little videos, hit the subscribe button, share my videos. We're trying to get our little channel out there, guys. It's time. We've kept the Badger Nation secret long enough. Now, I just make my little videos in the hopes that, I don't know, like if you guys, folks ever thought about doing this kind of thing, just take it from the old Badger. You don't need the big expensive fold-away stoves. I mean, that stove right there has come down a lot in price. Because I know when my daughters bought me that, it was almost 2 years ago, that was almost $500, and that was a no-name. Now, this is Canadian. But I was looking the other day, not because I wanted one, but I was just curious with some of the name brands. Those are $800 and $900. Like, who can afford that to go out in the woods? Like, if you can afford $800, $900, you can afford to go buy a camper. Anyways, I'm just saying. But you know what? Certain videos on YouTube, they're just commercials, guys, whether you know it or not. They're just commercials because everything is perfect. That's a no-name. Thouse Winds, I think they call it Danchel or something now, or AliExpress is like an Amazon. Is it warped? Yep. But all titanium ones warp up like that. It goes back together just fine. And this is kind of a little pain maybe, but the thing is with that, once you're used to it, it takes me about 4 minutes to put the stove up, so I'm not kicking too hard on that. As opposed to $800 or $900 plus tax. Oh my. No, for that price I could probably put a central heating system in this tent. No. But I do want you guys to know what I do is real. I mean, if you got any questions on anything I do, I said it before and I'll say it again. I would never intentionally lie to you guys. If I am incorrect in a statement I make, I will, admit to it. But I tell you what I know or what I think I know. And I encourage people to do what I do because, it is a lot of fun. And I guess my only regret in this thing that I'm doing now, oil camping, is I wish I could afford it. I wish I could have did it earlier in life. So I could have did more of it. But guys, I'll tell you, the last 15, 20 years, I've been into the camping and lightweight stuff the last 2 years or so, but super lightweight. But I'm not bragging when I say I've forgot more nights that I've slept in the woods than I remember. I've done a lot. And I've loved every one of them. Well, except one when my daughter's Jeep got busted, but hey. See what's over there. guys, do you like my brace? Oh, I still got a water pool there, look. I put that there last night. And I did cut that one. Because I don't know if you guys remember or not, but... Oh, sorry. Oh. I'm having a hard time letting you guys go. I got somebody to talk to. I've been quiet for 2 days. Well, no, that's not true. But anyway, guys, yeah. Share my little videos and subscribe. Tell your friends. If you think they'd enjoy it, that is. I figure people either enjoy my little videos or laugh their ass off. But either way, it's entertainment. And I like to share, guys. I don't know, like, you know, I said these little one Tigers tents, you can buy them for $2.50, and I've had good luck. I've got 1, 2, 3 of them. Sleeping bags from them, the little 0 degree. That's a great little bag, by the way. And I'm not sponsored by them by any means at all. I'm not a commercial. But like I said, with burn holes and not leaking, that's pretty freaking good. And that's the Badger telling you that. Because first trip with the smoky hut, I will show you guys burn holes, and that freaking thing doesn't leak at all. I mean, these things are tanks. Those little tiny ones doesn't seem to bother them. And you seen the rain beating off it yesterday. This isn't a new tent. This tent is well over a year old, and the smoky hut's a year older than that again. So, but yeah, okay, guys, we'll check back with you maybe when I clean the site, and if I don't, until next time, guys, keep on camping with the Badger. Thank you so much, guys, for coming along on another one of my little missions.